Hello, I'm Tama Matheson, and I want to tell you about my new play, The White Mouse, which I'm bringing to the OSO Theatre in Barnes on the 4th, 5th, and 6th of June this year. The play is about the extraordinary Nancy Wake, one of the most amazing soldiers I've ever heard about in my life. She's actually the basis of Sebastian Faulks' Charlotte Gray, and some of you may have seen the film with Cate Blanchett. She was an absolutely extraordinary woman. She fought in the French Resistance. She was fearless, indefatigable, ferocious. She swore like a trooper. She drank with the soldiers. She would routinely attack Nazi convoys and Gestapo headquarters. She had no problem infiltrating them. She once killed a man with her bare hands when he confronted her with a gun. She herself personally got 2,000 men, women, and children out of Nazi-occupied France over the Pyrenees and to safety. She was an absolutely extraordinary lady. Beginning as a foreign correspondent in England, she was actually posted to France, where she married a rich Frenchman, an industrialist called Henri Fiocca, and settled down for a happy life when, of course, suddenly the war broke up and this terrible man with a postage stamp mustache started declaring war on Europe, and Nancy was outraged by it, absolutely outraged by it. And first she started making little deliveries for the French resistance, and then slowly started to move in and up the ranks. And by the end of the war, had really become perhaps one of the most important people in the whole of the French resistance. She's really very, very revered in France and England, where at the Stafford Hotel, where she used to drink and stay at the end of her life, you can still see her little bust and the chair she used to sit on, and her plaque, because she was trained here by the SOE, the Special Operations Executive. There was really no one like her. She had a great sense of humor. She was witty. She was funny. She was very, very strong, very powerful, dangerous when she wanted to be. And if anybody expressed any sympathy with the Germans after the war, she wouldn't have it, and she would literally just lay them out with a fist. There was one celebrated occasion in France when a waiter in some restaurant or other said he thought the Germans weren't really that bad, and she got up and she just decked him. She laid him out. A really extraordinary lady. One of the most famous things she did was that she had to do, I think it was a 400-kilometer bicycle ride in 3 days to pick up some crucial documents for some operation. Her story is ferocious and powerful and extremely heroic, just the sort of tale we really need in our age. A real tale about heroism and an extremely powerful woman's story. And the real thing. It's staged in a very unusual way. It's a format that I am wanting to do more of in England, and it's a format in which there's a whole play and an entire musical concert mixed together. So there's music of her era, the Second World War, so war songs and jazz standards and perhaps some classical pieces that encapsulate the war, and it's mixed together with the play. So you have some actors on stage, fully costumed, off book, learning their lines, the whole kit and caboodle, but also an orchestra, and the play weaves in and out of music and words and music and words, and it's a heady, wonderful, exciting combination, which I think is an unplumbed theatrical format and want to turn into a sort of going concern in British theatre. It's a thrilling play. I did a version of it in Australia several years ago, and it was nominated for awards and was extremely, extremely successful. Now I want to bring it here. It's in a beautiful little boutique theatre in Barnes, near the Barnes Pond, called the OSO. I think it's really worth telling. It's a fantastic story of heroism in itself. It's a fantastic woman's story. It's a beautiful, new, exciting format, and I think it could be the beginning of a larger life for this particular play. So I hope you'll think about coming on board and helping us out for it. We're asking for £7,000, which is not a lot for a theatre piece, but it'll get it on really neatly and beautifully and elegantly. And I hope we'll be bringing something totally fresh and exciting to London.